Okay, well, I think we're ready. Welcome back everybody to Commentary. I am Ary, and we are once again back in Tailor Tales Gray's route, and I have, accordingly to the route and where we are right now, dressed up our character as a clown. As the clown she is. Yeah, I tried to make it look like, I mean the nose is a little bit too much to the left, but whatever. It looks fine. I think it suits her really well right now. And yeah, let's go and continue this great route with our clown character. Yeah, okay, let's just do it. And woman and her daughter have come to me to commission a dress. Beautiful. This will be perfect for the annual ball. I compliment my client's choice with a smile and make a note of the fabrics for the dress. Silver chiffon over a satin navy ball gown. My fingers are already itching to get started. I need you to make another appointment for a fitting once I've got the basic design sewn up. And for a start, and from there I can start adding the embellishments and finishing touches. The woman and her daughter, a senior at a cleaner academy, thank me for leaving the boutique. Ever since the play, I've been fully booked. Business has never been better. It's been keeping me busy, and I'm glad for that. This way I barely have time to think about the arguments with Gray, and how he still hasn't spoken to me. I only wish I were busy enough that I didn't have to think about him at all. Oh, you clown. Lost in thought, I finish up my notes and look over the appointments for tomorrow. With a smile, I see that I'm completely booked for the day once again. I've already started on half a dozen dresses for the same ball, oh my god, and a couple of suits. If things continue at this rate, I might have to look into hiring an assistant. How about Jed? The bell above the door jingles, and though it's almost closing time, I turn with a smile to greet another customer. Oh, it's just Sarah. Huh? Working hard or hardly working, huh? Sarah smirks as she teases me. I shake my head at her affectionately, a grin still curving my lips. I'll have you know that ever since the academy play, I've been fully booked. I rest my hands on my hips and raise an eyebrow at her. So I'd say I'm working extremely hard. Well, good for you. Sarah beams at me, coming over to the counter. I haven't heard much from you since then. I thought you might have gone back to your hermit lifestyle. I mean, shouldn't she also tell Jed about her past? Like, come on. That would be a good idea too. I was never a hermit, I protest. Like, don't sabotage your own relationship just because, like, she is a coward. If you say so, she grins at me, and I poke my tongue out at her in return. Real mature, I know. What are you doing here, anyway? I'm meeting Jed, she says as she inspects her fingernails absently. We're going out to a movie. Or is she going to tell me that she's doing it? I smile at her. Her and Jed seem to be really getting serious. I've never seen Sarah like this with anyone before. But why exactly here, I stress. If Sarah and Jed are going on a date, meeting up at my boutique seems like a strange way to get together. Well, I was thinking you and Gray could come with us, she adds as she looks up at me. I bite down my bottom lip awkwardly. I don't think Gray will, but I'd love to come. Don't be the third wheel. Come on. You don't think I'll be a third wheel? It's not like I have any other plans, and it might be nice to get to know Jed better. He is dating my best friend after all. No way, it will be fun. Sarah assures me. We're going to see the new comedy. It looks hilarious. That's good. I definitely need a laugh after all this work, I say with a sigh. Barely a second before, the front door opens again. I stand up straight and turn to greet... Never mind, it's only Jed. Hello, he greets us awkwardly as he joins the two of us at the counter. Sarah watches him expectantly, but says nothing. What? He asks when he finally cracks under her stare. She huffs as she pushes herself up from the stool and tiptoes up to kick him to kick him! Oh my god! Tiptoes up to kiss him quickly. His face grows a few shades darker, and I grin a little. I guess Jed isn't the biggest fan of PDA. Anyway, Ary, how are you? She asks with a small smile after Sarah has sat down again. He asks, sorry. I'm great, thanks. And you? Can't complain. Especially not with this one around. He ruffles Sarah's hair playfully and she pouts up at him. After successfully fending him off, she says, Ary's coming to the cinema with us, okay? Jed looks at me, his face brightening all of a sudden. Oh, that's perfect. I asked Gray to come too. He's meeting us there. Dang it! My stomach drops in an instant, a small bolt of panic running through me. Oh, you know what? I think I just stay in. I've got a big day tomorrow, I say, and Sarah gives me an inquisitive look. Alright, what's going on? Nothing? I attempt to plaster a smile on my face, but she gives me a look that tells me she sees straight through it. My shoulders slump as I sigh. I've had enough of keeping this all to myself. It won't hurt for them to know what's going on between us. Maybe they can help somehow. Gray and I had an argument, I admit, blowing out a long breath. I don't bother telling them about my conversation with Ivan, one dilemma at a time. About? Sarah asks, working her head to the side. We almost kissed a couple of weeks ago and I got cold feet. He's probably mad about that. Sarah's eyes light up, and when Jed makes a small sound, we both turn to look at him. Doesn't sound like something he would get mad about, he says with the shake of his head. Well, you must know something, Sarah points him and prods him in the arm. He's your best friend. I don't know anything, I swear. He holds his hand up in front of himself innocently. Well, what do you think I should do? I ask him, hoping he might have an answer. Jed thinks for a second before he shrugs his shoulders casually. You could try talking to him again. He might have cooled off by now. Also, you should just tell him the truth about whatever it is. Just be open with him. He will understand. And the look on my face, which I just made it up, I'm sorry. If you're just listening to this, then yeah, it's not what he said. At the look on my face, which must be more distraught than I had meant for it to be, he gives me a comforting smile. Don't worry, Ary. I don't think Gray could stay mad at you if he tried. He assures me with a lopsided grin. What's that supposed to mean? Sarah asks, wrinkling her nose at him. Wouldn't you like to know, Pipsqueak? Pipsqueak, he teases her, and she punches him playfully in the arm. At least come see the movie with us, Sarah insists. You might get the chance to talk to him there, and if not, you already said you would do what you could do with a laugh anyway. I guess when she puts it that way, there's no reason for me to refuse. Oh my god! What? I wonder if they will patch that in later ones, but like, dude, like, Caine Prince, just like, I already played that route. I mean, I didn't finish it yet. I have to, but I switched to Gray, because he was more my type, I guess. But, I mean, Caine Prince route was just getting good, so I have to finish that soon. Anyway, and yeah, James the Villain, coming for you now. It looks kind of like a movie poster, that's true. And whatever that is over at the side, right? Anyway, nice Easter egg here. Also, like, if you don't know, like, these are the pictures from when they released. These are like the teasing pictures when they released. So, actually, Caine's picture is the one you see on my uploads, probably. Anyway, when we arrive at the cinema, Gray is already waiting inside. My stomach gets all bunched up into knots when I see his handsome face. I attempt to smile, but I don't get much from him in return. Great. Still ignoring, I see. Let's get some snacks, Sarah says, right as I hear Jed asking Gray how he's doing. I wish I could hang back and hear the answer to that, but Sarah isn't giving me the option. Yeah, she probably wants to have some space for the guys to sort things out, right? Jed can, like, kind of see what's going on. We head to the candy bar and the smell of fresh popcorn, hot dogs and chocolate hits me all at once. I glance over the options. I don't really feel hungry, but it might be nice to grab a snack. Just a small sweet popcorn, please, I tell the cashier. Then I decide I get something for Gray too. Maybe it will help to sweeten him up a bit. Actually, give me a salty one as well. I pay for the tubs of popcorn and wait for Sarah to finish ordering her food, when I join Jed and Gray again. Here, choose, I say, offering both buckets to Gray. There's a slight pause and a thin blonde eyebrow slowly rises to match his expression. He's hesitating. I give him a wry smile, hoping he will take the peace offering. Then he leans over and grabs the salty popcorn bucket from my hands. Good choice. Salty, huh? I guess. I say, guess you're not into sweet. When the mood strikes, I nibble on something sweet. When the mood strikes, I'll nibble on something sweet, he says in his suggestive tone. But for now, salt it is. I feel like he's making some sort of comment about us and our situation at the moment. I keep quiet instead. The four of us head into the cinema and find our seats. I sit between Sarah and Gray, with Jed on Sarah's other side. My tub of popcorn sits on my lap, the smell of sweet popcorn floating up into my nostrils. I don't look at Gray, but I feel his presence like a weight on my chest. The air between us is thick with tension, and I wish I could talk to him without interrupting the whole movie. The film finally starts, and when the theater darkens completely, I sink down further into my seat and try to enjoy myself. But my mind keeps wandering over to Gray. That comment about being hot and cold, I guess he's right. I have kept him at a distance because... well, because I'm Kitsune. Because I'm Kitsune. We've got a lot of unintended history together. And finding the right time to tell him is proving to be rather difficult. Eventually, I start to relax a little more, even starting to giggle at the film a little. Sarah howls with laughter beside me, and it makes me laugh even more. I can't stop myself from sneaking a glance at Gray, wondering if he's having any fun at all. I turn to have my eyes meet his, finding him already looking at me. His expression is indecipherable. Was he thinking about me too? The lights suddenly come on, signaling a short break in the middle of the movie. What kind of movie has that? Quick bathroom break, and then more snacks. Wow, really? Sarah declares as she stands and shuffles past me. How much more can you eat? She simply winks at me before disappearing down the aisle. Gray gets up and leaves too, leaving me alone with Jed, who... wait a second, is he asleep? I giggle quietly to myself. I hope he doesn't snore. I decide I should probably use the bathroom now rather than regret it later. Entering a bathroom that is not, like, split between genders. Interesting. Entering the bathroom, I come to face to face with Gray. Wait, what? He looks towards the door right as he puts his hand under the stream of water from the tap, and I realize I've stepped into the wrong bathroom. An eyebrow shoot up in surprise, and he pulls back, splashing water over the tap all over the front of his pants. Wait, can I see that? No! Shit! He curses out loud as he looks down at himself in horror. Oh no! A laugh escapes me before I slam my hand over my mouth to stop it, and Gray gives me a dry look. What are you doing here? Look at what you've done, he says in frustration at the strain. Quickly he grabs a couple of paper towels to try and dry himself off. You think that's my fault? I say, still laughing. You should have told one of the adults earlier that you were about to soil yourself. Very funny, he drawls, through I see the corners of his lips twitching. Alright, hilarity aside, you probably shouldn't go out there walking around like that.
Huh.
You think, Gray says, and this time he's definitely holding back his laughter.
Ugh.
He's a good sport, man. This isn't working. He throws the paper towels in the trash and sighs. Looking around the room, I search for an option.
Hey.
Hey, you could always blow me dry off. Wait, you could always blow me to dry off. Yeah, right. Might take a little while, but what other options do we have? I know he's making a joke, but when I see the hand dryers on the opposite wall, an idea suddenly hits me. Quick, go into that stall and take your pants off, I order, earning another eyebrow raise from him.
Yeah?
What? Are you serious? You know I was only making a joke, right? He asks, his face is a mixture of hope and confusion. I mean, let's say this first, but then... I'm not going to give you a blowjob in a public restroom, I say in outrage, my face going warm. Just hand me your pants over the top of the stall so I can dry them off.
Huh.
Get my hopes up, why don't you? Come on, you didn't even talk to me. Anyway, let's see the other option. You want me to blow you, don't you? I say seductively, trying to... Well, that wasn't seductive, whatever. Trying to, turning his joke right back around to him. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Gray narrows his eyes at me suspiciously. It's messing with my head. I'm being totally serious. I step towards him slowly. I need you to take off your pants. We don't have much time, he says, testing the waters. How long do you think it would take?
Ugh.
How long do you think it would take? To dry your pants off with the hand dryer? About 2 minutes, I say finally, my tone laced with amusement. Great. He really thought... Really? He really fell for it and thought I was serious about... Oh my god, he's so horny. Like, his hormones were messing with him. Gray looks between me and the hand dryers, finally realizing what I meant all along. Oh. He heads into the nearest stall, and when he okay, wait, I have to see this again. Dude, he's such a horny guy. He heads into the nearest stall, and when he hangs his pants over the top of his stall, I grab them and head towards the hand dryer, holding them beneath the warm air. It takes a few minutes to work, but before long the wet patch on the front of his pants is starting to dry. Another man enters the bathroom and stares at me in confusion. I can't help but give him a wry smile. This wouldn't be an issue if buildings had just unisex bathrooms. Awkwardly, I try my best to ignore anyone inside the bathroom. When the pants are finally dry, I toss his pants back over to him. Here, it's dry. There's some muffled sounds coming from the stall before it opens, and out walks Gray, pants dry and all.
Huh?
Technically, when our friends asked what took us so long, you could tell them you were busy blowing me. I snort out loud. I'd love to see Sarah's reaction if I did that. The lights are already dimmed by the time we take our seats again, and the movie has started playing. What were you two doing that took so long? Nothing, I whisper back in return, though the smile on my face is far from innocent. I catch Gray's eyes again, and this time he smiles and shakes his head at me in amusement. The tension between us has definitely melted somewhat, but it couldn't be, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. I hope it lasts. I look over at Sarah and Jed, at the way they're holding hands, how easily they laugh with each other. As far as I know, Sarah hasn't told him that she was part of the gang that rivaled his in high school, and the two of them seem to be getting along just fine. It seems to me that even if Jed knew, he likes Sarah too much to care about it, but it's different for them. Neither of them was the leader of their gang like Gray and I were, and neither of them did anything as horrible as getting the other one expelled from school. If Gray ever found out about that, he'd hate me for sure. The movie finally ends and we exit the cinema with Sarah reenacting her favorite parts and making us laugh. We step outside into the cold night air, the crowd around us quickly dispersing. I pull my jacket tighter around myself to ward off the bite of the cold wind. Wondering what the time is, I dig onto my handbag for the phone. I should probably get home before it gets too late, but I still want to try to talk to Gray again before I do. I frown, digging deeper into my bag. I swear my phone was in there. In a panic, I open my bag in front of me and search desperately through the contents. Everything okay? Sarah asks, stepping up beside me. Yeah, I trade off. Maybe it fell off my bag in the theater. I'll be right back, I say quickly, hurrying back into the building. I tell the usher that I've lost my phone, and he lets me back into the empty theater without a problem, telling me I've got a few minutes before they start cleaning it for the next session. Rushing down the aisle, I look for my seat. Shit, which one was it again? I go row by row, glancing over the seats to see if my phone is still on any of them, but I don't have any luck. The lighting is terrible in there, and I was so distracted while we were watching the movie that I didn't pay any attention to how far back we've been sitting. Wait, if Gray finds the phone, it might still be the phone from back then, even though like 10 years is a long time to have one phone, but that would be really interesting, like if he would recognize the phone, right? I mean, he already knows, but you know. When I reach the final row, I growl beneath my breath, turning with a frustrated stomp. Then I startle when I notice I'm not alone. Lose something? I find Gray pacing the aisle towards me, his hands in his pocket and his eyebrows raised. Yeah, I think my phone might have fallen out of my bag. And I can't remember what seat I was sitting in, I confess, feeling like a forgetful idiot. He nods slowly and then points to a row near the middle. It was this one. Wait, sorry. It was this one. Shall I call you? You can try, but I put it on silent for the movie, I say with a sigh. Gray takes out his phone and dials mine. With Gray's help, I find the seat I was sitting in, but to my annoyance, my phone isn't there. Ducking down, I search the ground around the area. The floor is littered with popcorn, candy wrappers, and something sticky and gross that touches my hand. I feel rather silly crawling around on my hands and knees, but I'm desperate to find my phone. It feels weird to be so dependent on something so small, but I honestly don't know how I'd live without it. And then finally I see it. A couple of seats over, my phone lays on the ground floor, the screen lighting up at the bottom of the chair. I reach for it and glance at the screen, seeing Gray's name flashing across it. How many times had I hoped to see him calling? Now that he is, it's only to help me find the phone I had stupidly lost. Thanks, I say as I straighten up and brush myself off, watching Gray tuck his phone back into his pocket. No problem. After turning the sound back on, I stash my own phone in the pocket of my coat, keeping it close this time. There are a couple of awkward seconds that pass before I speak again. Can we talk? Yeah, okay. I let out a sigh of relief, but now that he's said yes, I don't really know what to say. All I know is that I don't want it to turn into another argument. I hate fighting with you, I say with a sigh. I just want us to be friends again. I don't know, he says quietly, as he looks towards the darkened screen of amusement from earlier disappearing. Wait, all amusement from earlier disappearing. I'm not sure I can. My heart drops in my chest. He doesn't mean that. He can't mean that. I'm sorry for whatever it is I've done, I stress, hoping I can reason with him. I would have never hurt you on purpose. God, you still don't get it, do you? He scoffs, flipping his switch in an instant. My phone rings in my pocket, vibrating against my side. I ignore it, raising my hand in front of me. No, I guess I really don't. Think, Ary. Think really hard, he draws, and I shiver at the coldness of his voice. Is it Because I didn't let you kiss me the other day.
Huh?
What? He says, looking totally confused. You think I'm mad because we didn't kiss? I don't know, maybe. I write my hands together nervously. I wanted you to kiss me, I confess, thinking I might as well tell him that much. My heart beats like a hammer in my chest, and I feel abnormally hot all of a sudden. But I don't know. I couldn't let you. But I know I couldn't let you.
Huh?
And why is that? Gray asks, his eyes going dark. Because we wouldn't be good for each other, I say with a shrug, as if it doesn't pain me to say those words and skip around the truth. My phone goes off in my pocket again, but I don't have time to worry about it. Gray shakes his head, his words coming out in a growl when he speaks.
Ugh.
That's not true, and you know it. Do I? Look at us, we're already fighting. I take in a breath to compose myself. I didn't want this to turn into an argument, but it's exactly where it's heading. His jaw clenches tight before he lets out a tired sigh. I don't know why you couldn't just be honest with me from the start, Ary. I deserve the truth, don't I? Yeah, he does. Oh, it's breaking my heart. Why is this MC so stupid? Like, he already knows. He gave you every, oh my god, like, come on. He gave every hint. He already knows. And he even tried to force it out of her just now. Like, I stop suddenly, doubt creeping in my mind. He doesn't know the real reason behind me freaking out, does he? The truth about what? I ask cautiously. It's not possible. He can't know about me being the former leader of the Academy gang. He wouldn't be standing here like this if he did. He doesn't answer my question. In fact, he looks annoyed that I had asked it at all. Just try to be more careful with your phone. If I recall correctly, this isn't the first time you've lost it, and I've been the one to help you find it again. Wait, what did he just say? My phone starts ringing again. Wait, shit, sorry. I pull my phone out from my pocket, frustrated by the incessant ringing. I glare at the phone screen, about to message whoever is trying— It's Nikki. About to message whoever is trying to get a hold of me, and that I call them later, when a single word that flashes across my screen seizes my heart in my chest. Yeah, it's something trouble with gang stuff, right? Emergency. My mind empties, panic streaking through me. All kinds of horrible scenarios run through my head at that one word. I'm sorry. I think Nikki is in trouble. I try to explain as I press his number and hold my phone to my ear. He answers almost instantly, though I can barely hear his voice over the commotion in the background. Nikki, what's going on? I ask in a rush, with Gray looking on in concern. The bar, Kitsune. Please help, it's bad this time. It's really bad. There's the sound of bottles smashing, and then a series of furious shouts. I know exactly which bar he's talking about. It's the one we met in, the long-time Academy territory. I can't. I'm really sorry, I say, even though my body is roaring at me to go. Please, Ary, we don't have anyone else. Nikki begs, sounding so desperate I can barely stand it. I sigh into the receiver, my shoulders slumping in defeat. Okay, fine. I'm on my way. After ending the call, I give Gray an apologetic look. I have to go. Nikki needs help, I say quickly, starting to move past him. He puts a hand on my arm to stop me.
Huh?
What's going on? I want to dismiss the question, but something he said earlier about me being honest with him struck a chord with me, and I'm starting to get the feeling that he knows more about me than I thought. It might be okay to shed a little light on the situation, just this once. There's these people, the Riversiders. They're harassing my old friends, I explain, biting my tongue on the word gang. It sounds bad. Nikki and the others are in some kind of trouble. I'll come with you, he says, turning towards the exit. I hesitate. I know this is a bad idea, but I don't think I can say no this time. So instead, I hurried to catch up with him. This will be a sight for sore eyes when both leaders rush in. We rush out of the cinema and find Sarah and Jed still waiting for us. I'm sensing it was a bad idea to leave the two of you alone, Sarah says after seeing the look on my face. I shake my head at her. It's Nikki and the Academy gang. Oh, she said gang! They're in trouble. I'm going to help them. I see her give Jed a sidelong glance, her eyes widening as she looks at me again. Are you sure you want to do this? What choice do I have? She nods, and I know she understands some of how I feel, but she doesn't know the whole story. By doing this, I'm not just risking exposing my entire identity to Gray, I also have Ivan to contend with. Gray finding out I'm the former leader of the Academy gang is one thing, but if Ivan tells him I was the one who got him arrested that night of the fight, he'll never speak to me again. Okay, I'm with you, Sarah says, smiling weakly. The four of us jump in a taxi, giving Jed a quick rundown of the situation we head across. As we head across town to the bar. Finally, something is happening. I mean, like, okay, like, let's be honest. Gray will probably be like, she will be like, oh, you're not mad? And he's like, I am mad. But I also already knew for weeks now, so. But he's probably still I mean, does he know I'm Kitsune though? Like, he knows it's a girl and he knows, I don't know, whatever. He might be surprised about that part. Yeah, but about the phone call, that's nasty. He will probably need some time to work through that. Anyway, as we finally step out of the cab, we find ourselves right in the middle of the scene. Riversiders and Academy members are soon strewn down the street, facing off against each other. A quick head count tells me that my old gang are outnumbered 2 to 1. If the cops hadn't shown up yet, they'd most definitely be on the way. Glass litters the pavement, people are screaming and shouting and fighting. This can't be going on for much longer. I scan the chaos for Nikki, but when I whip my head to the side, I see he's found me first. Kitsune! He says out loud as he staggers over, making my stomach turn. Thank God you came. Oh my god, come on! Come on! Okay. Like, our clown still didn't have the guts. But, well, the bets are over, I guess. So now the cat is out of the sack and everything, yada yada, you know. See you next time when the story will actually finally get to a point where I wanted it to be from the beginning. I mean, I guess it's okay to make people wait a bit, but this was way too long. And, like, way too stupid, actually. I'm sorry, it was just stupid. Some points were so... well, anyway. Yeah. See you next time. Bye!